Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR. What are you still salty about? In elementary school, there was a pencil machine in the front lobby where you could get pencils for 25 cents. There were also special pencils that had stars on them. If you got one of these special pencils, you could take it into the office and get a prize. One day, I decided to get a pencil. I put in my quarter and out popped 2 pencils, and one of them was a special pencil. I went into the office and told the lady at the desk that the machine gave me 2 pencils and one of them was special. She proceeded to say that the machine shouldn't do that, took the special pencil, and didn't give me a prize. That was 19 years ago and I'm still pissed. Asked AskReddit to answer some of the more common questions. The prizes were stuff like the fancy erasers that didn't actually erase anything, fun-size candy bars, stuff like that. Think 5 to 10 tickets at Chuck E. Cheese's. I probably didn't go to school with you. This happened in Michigan. Apparently the pencil machines are a common thing. This happened in either 2nd or 3rd grade. So the time was probably closer to 20 to 21 years ago. Frick, that makes me feel old. The main lesson I learned was to withhold irrelevant information and lie if I know the truth might negatively affect me. Good work, random office receptionist. People like that is why we lie. These types of events are how we learn to lie. We learn that telling the truth will eventually lead us to the special pencil being taken away from us. Yup, my parents taught me this lesson early. Parent. S. Just tell the truth about insert thing next time. I won't be mad. Also next time I tell truth about insert thing parents. Rage comic eye level verbal explosion and disproportionate punishment. Me. Surprised Pikachu face. Lesson learned quick. This makes me unreasonably mad. What kind of adult does this to a child? Seriously. Karen should have feigned excitement. Said it must be your lucky day. And give the kid a prize. I'm salty for op. Especially since you know the prize was probably something like an eraser topper or a bookmark. Not a damned Porsche. Some people in petty power positions are truly a disgrace for humankind and probably will ultimately be the ones to blame for the diminishing of our entire race. Edit. Thank you so much for the upvotes and the prizes everyone. My first Reddit gold. Wow. To answer some of the comments, I am of the opinion that while we need rules to organize complex social systems, those rules can and must be put aside sometimes by applying common sense and empathy to them. If a rule allows you to treat your fellow human like crap, the rule must be changed. Humans beings before systems forever. I love how this comment is about a pencil. I had this thought precisely because of the pencil. That someone working in a school can deny a kid that sort of good feeling about a little harmless mundane magic probes that they are unable of appreciating the feelings of that kid. Not only that, but they are either denying them, not noticing them or crushing them on purpose. Either of the options makes them a rather waste of a human person. And it made me think of the vast amount of petty people holding petty jobs with petty responsibilities like this, and doing this type of move repeatedly during all their lives in countless situations, and then I thought, yep, we are damned frick petty gatekeepers. Their lack of kindness and their bootlicking rule-following codes. Not only that, but comment op essentially got punished and robbed because they were honest and told the truth. The fact that I spelled mayonnaise correctly in my 4th grade class speaking bee. But the teacher claimed I didn't and dismissed me. I had 1 in the 3rd grade, and proceeded to win in the 5th and 6th grades as well. The unfair disqualification in 4th grade ruined what would have been a 4-year streak. Edit. I am sorry so many of you have also experienced speaking bee injustice. I lost a spelling bee, I think, too early because I spelled Martian correctly, but didn't say that the M should be capitalized asterisk edited to fix an unfortunate misspeaking of bee. Spelling bee. I think I can see why you lost. Dude. Fricking purse. I spelled it right. P-U-R-S-E. Purse. Somehow I was eliminated. I'm convinced it's because they ran out of official words from the lust they gave and people weren't getting eliminated. I just freaking can't. I spelled it right. I've never been more certain of anything in my life. This reminds me of the time when I was in 1st grade. So we were practicing important crap like writing our name, writing our parents' names, writing our phone number, and writing important phone numbers like 911. So to practice, the teacher set up a phone and each student would come up to the phone and dial 911. And the teacher would make sirens and crap like the popo were coming. So I get up there and clearly dial 911. She tells me to try again. So I again dialed 911. She tell me, not quite, and to dial it again. So I dial a third time and she goes, well, we'll come for you anyways. Quote, I was so pissed because I knew I was right. So that weekend at home I got a hold of the phone and dialed 911 early Saturday morning while my parents were asleep, and guess who freaking shows up? The popo. Frick you, Mrs. D, I was right. That happened to me, kinda, with gingerbread. The person before me spelled it correctly gingerbread, but they were told it was wrong. So it passed to me and I'm like, if it's not gingerbread, it must be trick. So I spelled it gingerbread. I was also disqualified. Oh no, I'm sorry for the both of you. TBH. One of the main reasons I won in 6th grade was because half the class was eliminated over the word sausage. I was amazed that so many of them missed that. Sozo. Would you say you never sausage a thing before? Then how was it supposed to be spelled? Columbia Blanc. Before I knew English, I had a teacher tell me that my name is spelled with a Y when it's extremely obvious that it's spelled with an I. Of course I didn't know better, so I didn't say anything, but it seems really stupid that she thought that since she was born in Australia. I think my mom told me she was wrong, but to me it was her word against her word. That's just not how names work. Even if you were called Ryan, which is normally spelled with a Y, it's up to your parents to decide. Well, to be fair, over here in SA, Ryan and Ryan are pronounced differently. Still doesn't make the teacher basically changing their name right. Edit. SA is in South Africa. My name has a Q in it but no U following it. English teacher tried to punish me when I said there's no U in my name. She spent most of the year intentionally spelling my name wrong until my parents complained. Why would she punish you? Even if you were wrong, that's no reason to punish. I am smarter than the children and a child can never correct me. It's disrespectful. Some teachers are just pathetic. My 2nd grade teacher started dropping my grades after my Asian mother declined to bring the teacher fancy chopsticks for her hair. Want to be clear, some, not all, there are a few teachers and professors that are responsible for me being where I am today and the career I chose. My sister got a brand new car for her 16th birthday. I got $20. Nice flex. I didn't get anything for my sister's 16th birthday. My sister got an iPad mini on my birthday once. This constantly happened to me growing up. After 14 I had to work and buy myself all my own birthday gifts. We're twins. The second I got my first job, I was responsible for everything that went on or in my body. Down to toiletries. My parents did allow me to use one of their cars, but I had to pay for insurance, gas and any upkeep. The car I was using was about 15 years old and had nothing but trouble. I spent a fortune trying to keep it running. I think they made up the upkeep rule because they needed it running and had no money to do the work with. Not that I had much, but I worked and my entire paycheck went to all of the above. Left home with about $100 to my name. Never went back either. That is bullcrap. I would be salty AF. $20 is enough to buy a hammer. Or a good amount of pepper to balance the taste out. That my 6th grade teacher refused to believe I had no idea the dude sitting behind me was copying my answers on the test. This happened to my best friend. Someone copied his answers and he got detention and the kid didn't. My friend has never gotten in trouble at school and the kid who copied was like 90% of the way to getting expelled. Oh, I remember this one all right. Table would hold 4 students and our table was ways loud. Not because of me. 15 meters. Mind you, it's not like I never got in trouble. But I liked this class a lot. I used to like the teacher as well. Until he wanted to set an example. Everyone knew that if this one other guy was made to leave class again, he would be in big trouble with the principal. The teacher visibly doubted sending him away but then shifted his example 1 chair to the left and send me out instead. Didn't do nothing. Still hear them all laugh. Because it was obviously crap. This one hits home. Me and another kid in 6th grade both got 100% on our quiz. So our teacher figured we must have cheated. Both of us were perplexed. The quiz just wasn't that hard. But she was having none of it. I remember begging her in the hallway. literally sobbing, to not give me a 0 because I didn't freaking cheat. And I was a straight A student. She gave me the 0. I stopped caring about us on that very day. Edit. Mom did fight her. I just didn't remember it. Still mad though. Ooh, I'd lose my cool as a parent. I'd show up and ask for her proof. Damn power-tripping saboteur. Lucky you have parents that believe you. I went to a crappy private middle school with racist teachers. Since I'm Asian, I was always the prime suspect when anything went wrong. One time I got accused of yelling in front of the class, which literally never happened, and all of my classmates confirmed never happened. But when my mum came to pick me up because I got suspended for it, she outright told me she didn't believe me or my classmates, and that she only believed the teacher. That crap happened to me all throughout middle school, and it got to the point by 8th grade where I figured out how to block the school's number on our home phone. Crap was years ago, but I'm still pissed thinking about it. Edit. I should mention the same teacher got me suspended a second time because she insisted that I, a 12-year-old, hacked the school email server. Why did she think I did this? Because months prior to it crashing, I mentioned that I built a PC with some old parts. So she assumed since I could do that, I could hack a server. Even after the school IT guy said it was hardware related and not hacking, I still got suspended. Joke's on them. When I got to high school I bought their domain for $10 because they forgot to renew it. Worth. Coming second in a school trivia competition 21 years ago. I had the correct answers on 2 questions that would have sent us to the national shows and was vetoed by the other 3 shitheads on my team. That's a life lesson right there. Being right is almost never enough. You also have to be able to convince others that you're right. That hits hard. I was a co-founder of a startup, and during an early strategy meeting, I made a bunch of suggestions that the other founders aggressively dismissed. A year later, we got some funding and hired a CEO who was an expert in the field. And he suggested the exact same things, which they praised as brilliant. They later sheepishly remembered that I'd suggested the same ideas, and apologized. That really taught me a lot. Being right is rarely enough. You need to understand why you're right, and you have to be able to sell your ideas. At least they apologized. Or also, never give your best ideas easily. And when you do, make sure that gets registered somehow that you suggested that. There are a lot of buttholes who get promoted on top of others' work and ideas. I'm guessing you're not a woman, because if so they'd never remember you made those suggestions. On a 4th grade math test we had to make a shape that had only 4 sides, 1 set of parallel lines, and only 1 right angle. There were probably more requirements but I can't remember. I remember almost crying at my desk and spending 20 minutes on that one question while constantly telling my teacher that it wasn't possible, but according to her it was. And the next day we went over the answer key, and the answer had 2 right angles. Yo, I had something like this happen to me. We had a paper sheet with tons of math questions, one of them was impossible and the whole class knew it. We went up to our teacher and she said no questions. Next day we were reviewing it and she said it was impossible but still marked us all wrong. Edit. A lot of people were bugging me about punctuations, so I fixed it. That is infuriating. Crap. That's basic math. No wonder you were so frustrated. There's 360 degrees available. Parallel lines take 180 of them. A right angle takes another 90. 360 180 minus 90 equals 90. They could have just had bendy lines and not count those as angles. That's what I would have done. Imagine they would be asking for. Given we're talking pedantics here, this is obviously not primary school crap. A lot of mathematicians would say there's no such thing as bendy lines, all lines are straight. A bendy line is called a curve. Unless you're talking about non-Euclidean geometries. Funguium Glanav Cthulhu Rier Wgnagal FHTAGN. They did the math. They did a monster math. Stop. I love how Reddit simultaneously hates reposts and makes fun of crap people say to retail workers. Like, hope it didn't ring up, guess it's free, haha. Yet this cringy monster math crap gets toasted every single time. Same with the I did not see it coming, LOL, so funny and original. Thanks for watching LWIAR, the best of recent r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, Check out LWIAR too. And don't forget to like and subscribe.